Hello and welcome to my YouTube. If you're new here, hello. If you're not, welcome back. You'll have to bear with me today. I've got this awful cough starting, but I just wanted to share with you all the books that I bought in November. So in my last book haul, I said that I was going to limit myself to one book haul a month in the hopes that that would make me kind of shame myself into not buying so many books. Well, it turns out that I have no shame because my book collection has got ridiculous this month. I'm really happy with all the books that I bought though, and they are, the majority of them are from charity shops, so I'm always glad to be helping out a charity. So shall we just dive straight in? So the first one that I got this month wasn't actually a swap, wasn't actually bought, it was a swap, and it was the house swap. And that's one that I've been looking forward to reading for a while, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. Then this next one could possibly be one of the, I was going to say could be my favourite or one of my favourites, but I found in Age UK for £1 The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This I bought for my giveaway winner earlier in the year, and I was so jealous that I didn't get to read it myself, so I'm looking forward to getting to that. I say that about all my books. I'm probably not going to get to them anytime soon, apart from the Christmassy ones, because in December all I'm going to read is Christmassy books. The next three that I bought were from Age UK in Leicester, and these were all 49p each. Now the first one I picked up is to go in my kitchen actually, and it is called Tequila Mockingbird, and I just thought this was brilliant. It has lots of different recipes for cocktails that are all book themed. So this one is Brave New Swirled. There's obviously Tequila Mockingbird, One Flew Over the Cosmo's Nest, and I thought for 49p that was just too cute not to pick up. I don't even really drink cocktails, but there we go. I drink mocktails, so maybe I can make my own versions. I then picked up Room by Emma Donoghue. And as I was leaving, I saw this one and just thought it looked too cute not to get, and that is the Vintage Teacup Club. I think the same night as I got those, we went to Morrison's to do our shopping, and as I've said before, Morrison's has a like book swap bit. So as soon as, not a book swap, a charity thing, my brain, I think I've said this in every video, my brain is not here. And I picked up two books. I picked up All I Want for Christmas because it's nearly December and I don't have enough Christmas books to read. My December TBR currently stands at 20 books, so yep. And I also picked up this one, My Friend Leonard, and this is definitely a cover buy because it just looks beautiful with those sparkles, but I have no idea what it's about. I don't tend to read synopsises. I like to just go into my books blind and hope for the best. And so far it has been working out for me. I also got a swap through this month of Claire Mackintosh's After the End, which I have read, and 5-star, love it. Wait, you'll have to wait for my wrap up. And in that swap, I also got Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman. I sent off 2 hardbacks, so she sent 2 hardbacks back. I'm more of a fan of paperbacks than hardbacks, but this is one that I wanted to read, and I couldn't find it anywhere in paperback. So, do you know where this is going? As they were on their way, I went to Cardiff for the Student Information Officer Conference and picked up Go Set a Watchman for £1 from the Air Ambulance in Cardiff shop. So I'll probably put the hardback one back on to swap. I also picked up The Book Ninja while I was there. Before I went to Cardiff, there is a £1 charity shop where all their books are for £1. Now, I'd gone in there on my way to the train station and saw a few books that I wanted, and I thought, no, I'm not carrying them all the way to Cardiff with me. So I decided that when I got back, if they were still there, I would buy them. Now, actually, the one that I really wanted, their books are weird. They're 4 for £1 or £1 each. So if you're buying one, you may as well get the 4. And the one that I really wanted was Hetty Feather's Christmas. So I had a look around, and then these two caught my eye. 2 Carol Matthews books. I still haven't read Carol Matthews. I really hope that I like her as an author, because I think I have 5 of her books now. And then there wasn't really a 4th one. And then I came across this, The Midwife's Confession. And from reading the blurb, it's kind of like a thriller, I think, because it says, I don't know how to tell you what I did. And then it says, Noelle was the woman they entrusted to deliver their precious babies into the world. Her suicide shot them both, but her legacy could destroy them. And I just thought that it sounded interesting, so I went for that. On the same day, I went into my favourite Age UK shop and picked up 4 books. There's a bit of a theme here. These were all 49p each. I picked up Caroline Roberts' The Cosy Christmas Tea Shop. I picked up Heidi Swain's Sleigh Rides and Silver Bells at the Christmas Fair. The book swap group that I'm in, everybody is always looking for Heidi Swain books, and I haven't read any, so I thought that I would pick a Christmassy one up. I did have a Heidi Swain, but I traded it on the group because there was something that I really wanted, and she wanted a Heidi Swain, so I swapped. But yeah, I'm going to read that one. I then picked up Cara Hunter's Closer to Home, because I've heard that Cara Hunter is an amazing thriller writer. And then this one, again, another total cover buy, caught my eye. The Essex Serpent. Now, this is historical fiction, and I'm not really a lover of historical fiction, but I thought I'd give it a go. Why not? And then, on that same day, you can tell that when I get into a bit of a bookish mood, I'm in a bookish mood. And the next 3 that I picked up were £1 each. I am kind of limiting myself at 50p a book, because I buy so many, and I know that I can get them in the charity shops for 50p, but this one I would have bought for probably £2, wouldn't I? And it is Circe by Madeline Miller. I've heard so much about this on BookTube that this is definitely a BookTube made me buy it book. And while I was in that shop, I think, like I say, I was in with the books and I was cheering myself up, and so I bought Heidi Swain's Poppy's Recipes for Life, and I bought Ruth Ware's The Woman in Cabin 10, because again, I've heard that Ruth Ware is a really good thriller writer. And then I went to Amsterdam. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I went off to Amsterdam, and while I was in Amsterdam, I had finished the books that I took with me. So I bought one in the airport, played over the odds for this, but I've read it already and it was amazing, so I don't regret it. And that's Holly Bourne's The Places I've Cried in Public. That'll be in my wrap-up. While I was away, I got sent a couple of books that I had bought from Amazon. Again, I don't know why I buy books off Amazon when I don't agree with Amazon. I just caved. There's a lot of 3 a.m. pain insomnia buying that goes on. But anyway, I picked up Charlotte Roach is Wrecked. In my Books I've Loved Before video, I talked about my feelings on Wetlands. And yeah, I just wanted to read her other book. And this one, I don't regret buying this. I've been looking out for this for charity shops for a while, and the charity shop gods just haven't given. And it is Christmas at the Cat Cafe. Earlier in the year, I read Molly and the Cat Cafe, and I loved it. So this is going to be, I say this is going to be the first one I pick up in December. Probably second. I think I'm going to read 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas first. So that's that. And then when we got back from holiday, we had to go to Morrison's to get shopping. So obviously I ended up with a book, and I picked up for 50p Sully, Miracle on the Hudson. I have seen the film of this, and I think that Sully is an absolutely amazing pilot, so I cannot wait to hear his story from his point of view. Um, I then got in a swap, I think this is what I may have swapped the Heidi Swain one for, The Handmaid's Tale. I haven't read it, everybody's been talking about it, so I got suckered into that. Now, the next day, I went to my volunteer position at the charity shop, and I'm just looking at these now. I bought 8 books. I was sorting out the books, and then I was on the shop floor looking at the books, and yeah, let me show you first the 2 that there was no way these 2 were not coming home with me. So there's both non-fiction books, but they're ones that I've wanted to read for a while. I'm not going to try and butcher this poor guy's name, but I picked up Talking to My Daughter, A Brief History of Capitalism. I'd seen that in Waterstones and almost bought it full price, so for 50p I wasn't going to let go. And also Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion. This was recommended by one of my lecturers, so for 50p I thought I have to have that. Now, the next ones were all just kind of... Oh no, this is another one that I've been looking out for, The Secrets of Midwives by Sally Hepworth. And then the rest, yeah, these were all just kind of... I picked up Jenny Colgan's Do You Remember the First Time? I read a Jenny Colgan book years ago, and I remember loving it, but I must have been about 15 at the time. So I want to kind of get back into her. I probably wouldn't have bought this one. Looking back, this was an impulse buy, but I'm gonna read it. I then picked up another Carol Matthews, but this just looks so beautiful, look. So I think I've got some Carol Matthews Christmas books. I'm gonna read those in December and hope that I like Carol Matthews, otherwise this has been a big mistake. It's a good job that I don't buy books brand new, isn't it? Because I was going to say it would be an expensive mistake, but I think in total I spent about £2.50 on Carol Matthews, so the money has gone to charity. I then picked up a Marion Keyes because I've never read Marion Keyes, and I usually only see really battered copies of her books, but this was one that when I was tidying the shelves I read the blurb and I thought, oh, that sounds interesting, so I got Rachel's Holiday. And then I picked up 2 more Christmas books. So there's A Merry Little Christmas, and this one I'm really excited about. This is Charles Dickens' Christmas Stories, and I just thought that cartoon on the front was dead cute. And I know, I was going to say Scrooge, it's A Christmas Carol, isn't it? But I don't know all of the other stories that are in here. So that'll be good to read. Are you getting bored yet? I am starting to feel like I could do with a cup of tea, but there's just a few more books to get through first, so shall we do that? So next I went into the Laros shop in Leicester. Now this is the one where the books it just seems to be on whatever day you go in, the books are different random low prices, and on this particular day they were 25p each, and I picked up this vegan home cooking. I'm not vegan, I am trying to eat more vegan though, but with my health I can't eat a lot. A lot of plants don't agree with me, so I think without eggs and fish at the moment I would probably die. But that said, I am making a conscious effort to eat more vegan. This book, 13 Minutes, is one that I tried to get in a swap a few times and got my heart broken and rejected. But it says Mean Girls for the Instagram age. I was dead for 13 minutes, now I want to know why. And then, again, along the theme of books I haven't read yet and I need to get to, and I've bought into the hype without even knowing if the author's any good, I picked up these 4 Cassandra Clare books. I already have the first 2, I think, And yeah, for 25p each, they were coming home with me. We're nearly there. I lastly went to Loughborough on Sunday, so I think a week ago when you're seeing this, and I picked up Sophie Kinsella's The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic for 70p. I have read this. I have read all of the Sophie Kinsella books apart from Christmas Shopaholic, and I thought next year, from April, I'm going to read one a month in order, and then hopefully next December I will have been able to get my hands on a second-hand copy of the Christmas Shopaholic and finish the year on that. That's my plan. So next I went into the La Roche shop there, where their books were 50p each, or 3 for £1. And firstly, I picked up a Dorothy Combeson, The Chocolate Run. I've been hearing loads about Dorothy Combeson recently, since I've kind of accepted that I do love a good chick lit romance novel, and I've been watching other YouTubers. They've been recommending them to me, and because she's not one that I read, I wanted to get one. I also picked up Karen Slaughter's The Good Daughter, and like I say, they were 50p each, or 3 for £1. So I went in with Cecilia Ahern's A Place Called Home. We're on the last 6 books now, and these are all children's books because I am a big child. So the first 2 I picked up for 50p each were The Worst Witch. I loved The Worst Witch as a child, and I've recently got really back into middle grade books, so I thought I would pick those up. And last but not least, I picked up the Christmas collection by Raymond Briggs. So this has The Snowman, Father Christmas, and Father Christmas on Holiday. That isn't including the books that I got sent this month. I have been so lucky, and you will see those on my Instagram and also on reading wrap-ups, because I am reading them all to review. Let me know if you have read any of these books. I'm currently in the middle of a buddy read with Emily from Novelle Novels, and I'm loving it. So if there's any of these books that you've got on your TBR and want to get to, let me know so I can buddy read with some of you. My foot is now numb, and I need to find a better way of filming where I don't have to sit cross-legged on the floor here, but we'll get to that next time. I'm thinking about doing some version of Bookmas. I don't know whether I'll be able to get a video up every day, but I'm going to try, and I'm also going to try and do a couple of vlogs. So if that's something you're into, please click subscribe below, and until next time, be kind to yourselves.